चाओ चाओ दोस्तों, या इस वीडियो के लिए मैं कहूंगा गूटन ताग, क्योंकि आज हम जर्मनी जाने वाले हैं। हाँ जी दोस्तों, हु डजंट लव एन अंडरडॉग स्टोरी इन फुटबॉल। और आज मैं जो आपको कहानी दोहराने वाला हूँ वो एक ऐसा अंडरडॉग है जो आउट ऑफ द ब्लू और शुड आई से आउट ऑफ द ग्रीन आके जर्मन चैंपियंस बने। साल है 2008-2009, टीम है वुल्फ्सबर्ग और हम लोग इस वीडियो में बात करने वाले हैं अबाउट देयर मैजिकल सीजन in which they became Bundesliga champions, powering over the mighty Bayern Munich. So watch the video till the end. और अगर आप नए हो मेरे चैनल में, do watch the other videos. I'm Ajay Menon. I'm a Romanista. I create content around Italian football and other sports. But in this video, we're going to go to Germany, like I said. So time machine शुरू करें and seat belt बांध दीजिए. We're going to travel back into 2008-2009. 2008-2009 में मैं अपना final year of biotech कर रहा था and उसी साल इनफैक्ट मैं UK जा पहुंचा था. बट उस साल में फुटबॉल काफी अलग था to what modern football is all about. No billionaire owners as such, apart from Roman at Chelsea and a few other Russian Ukrainian clubs, but otherwise you didn't have a lot of transfer money and a lot of glitz glamour and of course social media तो एकदम नेसेंट स्टेज में था उस वक्त. सो फुटबॉल की दुनिया भी काफ़ी कुछ अलग थी. बट एक चीज़ जो शायद आज भी सच है कि बायर्न म्यूनिक वर द टीम टू बीट इन जर्मनी. दे आर द माइटी बायर्न म्यूनिक फॉर अ रीजन एंड ईयर ऑन ईयर दे हैव बीन वेरी सक्सेसफुल इन डिफेंडिंग देयर बुंदेसलीगा क्राउन. सो 2008-2009 में जब वुल्फ्सबर्ग केम आउट ऑफ nowhere, it was a big shock to the entire footballing world. And ये जो कहानी है इंडियन ऑडियंस में स्पेशली इतना उसको एक अटेंशन मिलता नहीं है, जिसका कारण है कि मैं ये वीडियो कर रहा हूँ. एंड काफ़ी जो हमारे दर्शक है, जो हमारे फैंस है 2008-9 में शायद were just maybe 2-3 years of age, I'm assuming. Hence I want to narrate this story. This is not the real mic, the mic is here, but hence I want to narrate the story and bring the story out to you, because as you saw from my gestures that I'm very very passionate about the story, because I love an underdog story, man. I mean, who doesn't, right? And you had a coach who is eccentric as they come, like a proper eccentric old school coach in the form of Felix Magath, who was sacked by Bayern Munich for probably not living up to the Bayern standards of excellence. And Bayern's loss was Wolfsburg's gain, because Wolfsburg जो आज तक 15th place तक hover करती थी mid table Bundesliga side, suddenly in his first year finished 5th. So this is a year before they won the Bundesliga crown. And उसके बाद में the Wolfsburg management did back Felix Magath and they brought in some excellent players of the summer, and Felix Magath built this super team that eventually won Wolfsburg their first and only Bundesliga title. Now Wolfsburg is a very industrial town in Germany. Volkswagen are headquartered there, so काफ़ी working class लोग हैं. Probably they have not had a fair share in the limelight compared to other German clubs, the likes of Bayern Munich or in recent times Borussia Dortmund and Bayer Leverkusen. एक और वीडियो बन सकता है over a fallen giant in the form of Hamburg, and hopefully I'll make a video about them someday. But Wolfsburg were very very unfashionable, to say the least. That when this season started, despite their fifth place finish in the previous year, no one gave Wolfsburg a chance. मतलब उनका यही था कि शायद वो एक सीजन वंडर में उन लोग they finish 5th, maybe they'll head back to their lower league positions after this. So start of the season में तो there was no talk about Wolfsburg being anywhere around Bayern or anywhere close to winning the Bundesliga crown. So they were a complete outsider. Felix Magath heavily relied on a 4-4-2 formation, with a 4-4-2 diamond जो हम लोग बोलते हैं, with a number 10, a trequartista, remember, playing behind two strikers. Now these strikers were absolutely legendary. One of the most memorable strike partnerships. ये ऐसा एक सब्जेक्ट है जिसमें मैं एक और वीडियो बनाने वाला हूँ, strike partnerships, because when I was growing up, strike partnerships were all the rage. Before Pep Guardiola came in and the 4-3-3 came, you had two wide players and all that, 4-4-2 with two number 9s up top who had contrasting characteristics. Typically, up English football mein dekhoge, you had a big guy and a small guy. And in this case, you had Grafite, the very talented and nimble Brazilian, and you had a gentle giant in the form of, you know him, Edin Džeko, of course, who moved on later to Man City and then Roma. So Edin Džeko and Grafite were the two number 9s, and you had Misimovic, who was the number 10 in that diamond team. You also had, Josue, who was a great, number 6, you can say, defensive-minded player. Schaffer was there. And of course, the Italian connection was there in the form of Andrea Barzagli and Christian Zaccardo, who had moved from Palermo. And Barzagli and Zaccardo both were obviously World Cup winners with Italy in 2006. Barzagli, no care, he played a lot of games for Wolfsburg. Zaccardo, not so much, but hey, eventually they became Bundesliga champions, German champions. So, this was the backbone of Felix Magath's team. And this team were so good at home. I mean, this is where they won the Bundesliga crown. They were unbeaten at home and they averaged 3 goals per game at home. And you won't believe, they scored about 49 out of 69 of their goals at home. Yeah, I got that stat absolutely right. 49 out of 69 goals at home. Grafite and Edin Džeko scored 68% of their goals. They were so good together up top, man. I mean, strike partnership ho to aisa, where, Edin Džeko got 26 in about 32 games and Grafite got 28 in 25 games. So they contributed to maximum number of goals for this Wolfsburg team. And Misimovic had 20 assists and 7 goals as well. So he was the assist man in this team, continuously setting up both these forwards, the Bosnian and the Brazilian, who became an iconic pair. So Wolfsburg, in numbers, you can say कि ये जो partnership था along with Misimovic, they were very, very crucial in their success. Their 3 goals per game, their dominance at home, these were a few contributing factors that eventually led to their Bundesliga success. The match जहाँ पे हम सबको, मतलब मैं तो काफी यंग फुटबॉल फैन था उस वक्त, जहाँ पे हमको लगा कि हाँ भाई ये क्या टीम है, ये चल क्या रहा है Bundesliga में, was the game between Wolfsburg and Bayern Munich, where Wolfsburg beat Bayern by 5-1. Half time पे 1-1 था. उसके बाद में Wolfsburg launched a blitzkrieg on Bayern, no pun intended, and they conquered the Bavarian team by 5-1. उसमें आप एक गोल देखना Grafite का, वो उसको बॉल लेफ्ट में मिलता है and he just cuts past every Bayern defender in his way, and then he kind of takes the ball to the center close to the penalty spot, and वहां से वो एक बैक हील रबोना मारता है and the ball just trickles into the back of the net. एकदम subtle वाला गोल है वो, but everyone was just dazed and confused. So Grafite, obviously was such a mercurial talent that this game really stands out. And uske baad mein, I think everyone in consensus, the whole footballing world was like, yes, Bayern Munich could be dethroned and it could be the year of Wolfsburg, where they can actually go on and do the unthinkable, which is winning the Bundesliga title for the first time in their history ever. And in due course of time, that is what happened. It was the unfancied, working class, Volkswagen ka factory wala town, Wolfsburg, that were crowned as champions. An eccentric coach, a genius in the form of Felix Magath, was the brains behind, masterminding this fantastic win. And these images that you will see are so iconic. Like, it is etched in the memory of every football fan. Edin Džeko, like I mentioned, obviously went on to achieve more great success, moved to Man City, Roma, Inter, and now he's in Turkey. And of course, for Bosnia, he's been a great goal scoring machine and a captain. Grafite, unfortunately, couldn't really get a spark from his career, but he Brazilians ke saath kafi hota hai. But I think he moved to the Middle East after a few more years at Wolfsburg, and Wolfsburg after that really couldn't kind of get back to the glory days. And just in typical fashion, like I kept on mentioning ki Felix Magath thoda eccentric hai. He left Wolfsburg after this Bundesliga championship victory and went on to join Schalke, where it didn't work out. Then he came back to Wolfsburg, but they never got back to the old glory days. Like this season and even the season before that, जहाँ पे उन्होंने foundations lay किया था to kind of like propel themselves to win the Bundesliga, they never got back to those highs. They did win a Super Cup, a German DFB Super Pokal. They finished runners up in 2014, 2015. But those days, the 2008-2009 season, were never to be seen again. And अब जितना भी बोलो, जेको ग्राफिट का जो पार्टनरशिप है, हम शायद इसीलिए इसको याद करते हैं क्योंकि इतना धमाकेदार पार्टनरशिप था that 1 year they had the world at their feet. And this is a classic underdog story. You really were rooting for the underdog. I know the footballing world back in the day, jitna bhi thoda social media tha, jitna bhi chatter tha, were rooting. Obviously, non-Bayern fans were rooting for a Wolfsburg win, and they gave us so much of joy. And that Grafite goal, man, I mean, that is just Jinga. That's Brazilian samba magic. Everything was there, and this is a story that should go down in folklore. Like I really want more and more content creators as time goes on that they sing praises and give Wolfsburg their due flowers for what was a fantastic Bundesliga campaign. With that, we've come to the end of the video. I hope you guys found this video to be interesting, and I hope you guys had a fabulous journey back in time with me in 2008, 2009. Trust me, I used to look more different than what I look today. मेरे लंबे बाल थे, मूछ नहीं था, बाल इतने सफेद भी नहीं होते, but this story lives on in the memory of my footballing brain, and I hope that you guys love this video, and I hope you can share it with your friends. And अगर आप नए हो, and if you've not subscribed to the channel, do hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon, so whenever I drop a new video, you'll be notified. मजा आ गया. I don't know how to say bye in German, so I'm going to do my usual arrivederci, ciao. Until next time, it's grazie per tutti.